India and Pakistan share a common history and culture. However, the partition of British India in 1947 created two independent nations. This division was accompanied by widespread violence and displacement. In the aftermath of partition, India and Pakistan have been locked in a bitter rivalry. This rivalry has resulted in numerous wars and conflicts. The shadow of partition continues to loom large over the Indian subcontinent. The unresolved issue of Kashmir remains a major flashpoint. Both India and Pakistan claim the entire region of Kashmir. This dispute has led to 3 major wars between the two countries. The wars have resulted in significant loss of life and displacement. Despite the long history of conflict, there is hope for peace. People on both sides of the border desire a peaceful and prosperous future. Dialogue and diplomacy are crucial for resolving the outstanding issues. It is only through peaceful coexistence that India and Pakistan can achieve their true potential. The path to peace will be challenging. However, it is a journey that must be undertaken for the sake of future generations. A peaceful and prosperous subcontinent is in the best interests of both India and Pakistan. The seeds of the First Kashmir War were sown during the partition itself. The princely state of Jammu and Kashmir had a predominantly Muslim population, but was ruled by a Hindu Maharaja, Hari Singh. He initially hesitated to join either India or Pakistan. In October 1947, Pakistan-backed tribal militias invaded Kashmir. They aimed to seize control of the state and force its accession to Pakistan. Faced with this invasion, Maharaja Hari Singh turned to India for help. India agreed to intervene militarily, but on the condition that Kashmir accede to India. The Maharaja signed the Instrument of Accession, making Kashmir a part of India. Indian troops were airlifted to Srinagar, pushing back the Pakistani-backed forces. What followed was a protracted war that lasted until 1949. The war ended with a United Nations brokered ceasefire. The ceasefire line, known as the Line of Control, divided Kashmir between India and Pakistan. However, the issue of Kashmir's final status remained unresolved, setting the stage for future conflicts. In 1965, Pakistan launched Operation Gibraltar. This operation aimed to infiltrate Kashmir and incite an uprising against Indian rule. India responded with a full-scale military offensive, leading to the Second India-Pakistan War. The 1965 war was marked by intense fighting on both sides. Key battles took place in the Rann of Kutch, Lahore, and Sialkot sectors. However, the conflict ended in a stalemate. The Soviet Union mediated a ceasefire and the Tashkent Declaration was signed in 1966. However, tensions flared up again in 1971. The crisis in East Pakistan, which was demanding independence, escalated into a civil war. India supported the Bengali people's struggle for independence. On December 3, 1971, Pakistan launched preemptive airstrikes on Indian airfields, marking the beginning of the Third India-Pakistan War. The 1971 war witnessed swift Indian victories on both the eastern and western fronts. Within 13 days, Pakistan surrendered in Dhaka, leading to the creation of Bangladesh. This war had a profound impact on the geopolitics of South Asia. In 1999, Pakistan again attempted to alter the status quo in Kashmir. Pakistani soldiers and militants infiltrated the Kargil district, occupying strategic heights. This intrusion, known as the Kargil War, caught India off guard. India launched Operation Vijay to evict the Pakistani forces from Kargil. The operation involved fierce fighting in the high-altitude terrain. International pressure mounted on Pakistan to withdraw its forces. After weeks of intense fighting, India successfully reclaimed the Kargil heights. Pakistan faced international condemnation for its role in the conflict. The Kargil War underscored the volatile nature of the India-Pakistan relationship. Despite efforts to improve relations, tensions between India and Pakistan remain high. Cross-border terrorism, ceasefire violations, and the unresolved Kashmir issue continue to cast a shadow over the region. The history of India-Pakistan relations is a tragic tale of missed opportunities and recurring conflicts. The wars have had a devastating impact on both nations, claiming countless lives and hindering progress. However, amidst the rubble of conflict, there remains a flicker of hope. Millions of people on both sides of the border yearn for peace. They understand that the path to prosperity and well-being lies in peaceful coexistence. Dialogue, diplomacy, and a genuine desire to resolve outstanding issues are essential for building lasting peace. The journey towards peace will be arduous and complex. It requires empathy, understanding, and a willingness to compromise. However, the alternative, a future marred by conflict and bloodshed, is simply unacceptable. As Mahatma Gandhi once said, "An eye for an eye only ends up making the whole world blind." It is time for India and Pakistan to break free from the cycle of violence and embrace a future defined by peace, cooperation, and shared prosperity.